Good morning, traders. It is 6:21 a.m. This is a live trade recap. I took 4 trades this morning. We're going to go through them real quickly, and I'm going to tell you what went right, what went wrong, and it'll save you some money in the future, believe me. All right, so this is the first trade, HEXO. So I see this pattern here from the aftermarket, which is a promising pattern because a lot of times these things do a little consolidation and then they pop back up in the pre-market. So I'm waiting for an entry, which would be a pullback after this pattern and the break of a 1-minute candle. So let's go to where that happens. So there, finally get the break of this 1-minute candle. Notice that took quite a while for that to happen. So I'm in at 134 with 15 shares. I have my 1-hour order out. I bring it down a little bit. I think just because of how slow this thing was moving. But I didn't realize why it's moving so slow right away. We'll get to that. Look, so when did I get in this thing at, sorry, it was right around 4:06 a.m. Let's just fast forward here. So I'm still in this thing, 4:17, that's 11 minutes later. And I like to be done with my trading like 15 minutes after the session that I'm in. So this is not good. So what happened here? Why isn't this one working out? Well, one reason is that I woke up right before the pre-market opened, which is not part of my plan. My plan is to wake up at 3:30 and kind of get situated, go over my plan and my strategy every single day, and then start looking for stocks and trades and patterns once the market opens. So I open this thing up right at 4 a.m. and HEXO, it pops up on the list, and I quickly get it on my trade screen, and I did check out the statistics very fast, but I missed a very important statistic, which is the float. I looked over here really quick and I saw dashed lines, and I'd only been awake for a few minutes and thought, oh, this thing's a really low float, and turns out it's a huge float. I like to trade stocks that are 80 million shares or less, and that wasn't the case here. This thing has a massive float, so that's why the price was moving so slow. When they have large float size like that, they require tons of volume for the like in the tens to hundreds of thousands of shares on each 1-minute candle to move the price. So this is a trade I should not have been in, and I should have gotten out as soon as I realized that. And I had a few opportunities to get out at break even, and I should have taken them, and I didn't. I just want to make sure there's nothing else on this video. I did stop it eventually. You can see it's like a half hour into this trade. I'm still in it. Terrible trade, really boring. I should have just gotten out, and I didn't. And let's go to the next video. So I'm still in this stupid trade. It's like 40 minutes later. But there's more trades, don't worry. So I come over here and I see CRBP, and I had noticed it earlier because it was a top gainer, and it had the proper float size, but the daily chart didn't look too good, and so that's why I kind of passed it up earlier. But then I pulled it up, and this pattern, even though the daily chart doesn't look great, this pattern is really strong, this run up, and it's all clean price action, all green candles, tons of volume coming in, pushing the price up. So then I look for my first entry opportunity, which would be on a pullback and the break of a 1-minute candle, which happens right there. So I was interested in getting in the first candle that breaks a new high, and that was that one. So I'm in at 187, and I mark out my stop right here at 180, put in my 1-hour sell order. Just gonna go through this quickly here. Then it's just chopping around, doesn't look too good. I go back to HEXO because that trade is still on. Again, I get another opportunity to exit for break even. I didn't take it. and I should have, because again, not a trade I should have been in. Then back to CRBP, it's bouncing up off of my stop, and so I cancel that 1 hour order because it's looking like I'm gonna get stopped out. So basically my stop is if I see 179, I get out. So here it is at 180, and then it goes right to 177, and I get out. I get filled at 175, so I got 4 cents of slippage there. That's not ideal, but it happens. And again, this, other than the daily chart, I think this was a good setup. I think this kind of overpowered the fact that the daily chart didn't look so hot, or overruled it. So I think this is just a trade that failed, a setup that failed. But you could argue that, I shouldn't have been trading anyway because I got up right before 4 a.m. And so anyway, back to HEXO. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I get out on this video. I have another video. Okay, so was I still? Yeah, I'm still in the HEXO thing. All right, now this is my third trade, CRBP. This is a 3-bar play setup. At this point, I think I'm kind of revenge trading, to be honest with you. I mean, this trade day is like kind of already doomed because I didn't follow my plan from the very beginning and get up when I was supposed to and get settled in and all that. So this is a 3-bar play, but it's a pretty weak one. It does work out, but that doesn't mean I should have taken it, because this is already way extended. And a good 3-bar play is when it's at the beginning of a move. You could argue that this is a consolidation right here, and that so that makes this the beginning of a move, maybe. I mean, and then it's huge volume coming in here. Those are all valid arguments, and it does work out. So maybe that has something to do with it. So I'm in at 217. I get in for the break of this level, but on this candle. And I'm getting my my 1R order ready, but I'm already kind of feeling like weak hands, because this whole day is doomed, and I know that I kind of screwed up from the start. So it does. Luckily, I didn't move. I think I did move it down just when it came up to my 1R, right? And then sometimes what happens is it comes up to the 1R, and it comes right back down, and you don't get filled. So that's why I grabbed it, that order, and moved it down a little bit. But I did get filled at 228. So this thing continues to run. I still have half my shares. I take out more there. I get filled at 237. So this is a great trade, really. At this point, the entry, I don't love it, but let's just fast forward a little bit. So I'd sell another. I'd sell 50%, but I only have 3 shares, so it's 1 share at that point. At this point, I'm just happy, to be in a winning trade and recouping some of my losses, because again, I shouldn't have been trading under the conditions that I already spoke about. So then it comes back down to my entry. I sell out. I get filled at 213 for those last 2 shares, so I lost a little bit there, but I still made some good profit off of that. I go back to HEXO, and this thing is bouncing off my stop. So now I'm like, this thing is a piece of crap. And I really should have sold out when I had the chance for break even. And now I just want to get out of it. I think it does hit my stop. Oops. Yeah, see right there. So as soon as it goes below that 126 level, I'm out. it does. And so I get out and I take, big loss I didn't need to take, because I could have sold it for broke even once I realized this was a dumb trade that I shouldn't have been into. At this point, I'm down 31 cents on CRBP because I lost pretty big on that first trade that failed. And then HEXO, which was just a disaster from the get-go, I'm down 137, which I deserve. And I believe, so there's still one more trade, but I don't have it on video. So this was the 3-bar play trade, and then I took one more trade at 518, so that would be on the 519 candle. So right here I get in for the break of this level. Let's see where I got filled at real quick, 230. So kind of a late fill. Again, this was like kind of a gross trade because I felt like, okay, I'm just revenge trading. I'm just trying to make back money from those dumb trades, but making more dumb trades to do it. I mean, this setup is okay. The perfect entry would have been for the break of this candle. So like it would have been at 219. That would have been a much bigger gain. But this, I got lucky that this thing ran the way it did, and I ended up finishing selling at 260, so I caught 30 cents of the move. But I did start selling out really quickly because, again, I felt like, okay, I'm just revenge trading. This is not a great thing to be doing, and let me just take what profit I can. Once you start trading like crap at the beginning of the day or jumping into the market when you shouldn't be, everything else just falls apart. So that's all my trades for today. So that's why this thing is in yellow. I'm putting in a red day today, $1.02 loss, and it's not because of my plan. It's because of me. Because and that's why this one's in yellow, because I woke up too late and I jumped into the market when I shouldn't have, and the rest is history. So the last two trades were winners. You can see the P&L on those. The interesting thing is that if I would have let those go for 2R, they did hit 2R, and I would have been green for the day. So, that's some data that I'm collecting, and we'll see how that stacks up by the end of the month, how many of the trades that I won would actually go to 2R. All right. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll probably see you tomorrow because that's enough trading for me today. All right, take care.